Hello everybody, Croft Studios here, and I'm here with my first LEGO 2014 Star Wars set review. And I'm sorry for the very late review. I was going to upload this a while ago, but I just never got around to doing it. So, here's the review. I'm here with set 75040, General Grievous Wheel Bike. It is 261 pieces, retails for $24.99 here in the USA, and it contains 2 minifigures in this set. So let's go ahead and take a look at our box. Here's a look at the front of your box. And then there's a look at the back of your box. And if you're wondering what those white things are, those are actually sticky things which I had on my wall. Then I accidentally put it on my wall and then I realized I had to review it still. So, sorry about those, but that is the back of your box. In this set you get one instruction manual. When you go to the end of it right here, you get a little figure showing thing where it shows which sets the figures come in. You can see an ad for some of the Star Wars sets right here. Then you get the Screaming Kid of Doom. In this set you get a pretty cool amount of extra pieces. Our guys, first up for a minifigure here is Obi-Wan Kenobi, and he is a new renovated version. And I like this one a lot better. You can see all the nice printing they added onto his legs and torso. They used to not put any leg printing on him, but now they do, and I think it looks a lot better. You can see he gets this cool electric staff that they carry in the movie. Very cool weapon. It's kind of big, but it's still cool. And you can see his back printing right there. He is wielding a blaster as well, because in the movie he shoots General Grievous. And then when you take off his hair, he does have a double-sided head right there. So, turn him around, you can see very nice printing added onto him. I think they did a very good job working on this figure. Very nicely done. It's very movie accurate, so I think they did a really good job on this figure. Alright guys, second up for minifigures here is definitely the best in the set, which is General Grievous. And they did a perfect job on this figure. He's actually movie accurate this time. Some of the older versions didn't really get that effect very well. Such as the 2005 version and such, but you can't really say anything about that because they didn't really have as much funding and such at the time, and they didn't really make as good of molds. But now they have these amazing molds. You can see he's actually a whitish color instead of the tan color, which I personally like a lot better. And then when you move up his head, you can see his torso a bit better. You can see his head moves. It's very cool. It's very hard plastic, so it's like not easy to break. If you really wanted to, you could, but I'm really glad they made it hard plastic so it can't break. And then you can see all the printing on the arms, which is very nicely done. You don't get any extra arms, which is kind of bad. I wish they did, but it stinks. So it's still cool though that we do get him like with printed arms. And you can see his back printing is very well molded. Very nice printing on there as well. They did a perfect job on this figure. So let's take a look at him with his lightsabers. Alright guys, so here's General Grievous wielding his 4 lightsabers, and you can see how awesome it looks. And also, what I like to do sometimes is take off these arms right here, so when he is walking around and stuff, he can just have 2 arms, which is also very cool. Alright guys, so here's the actual wheel bike right here, and I think it's a pretty nice design. The one flaw I have with it right here is that how sometimes it's like sort of lopsided and it falls down on some spots, but if you do get it in the right position, it can walk, but it's kind of hard to play with, which is kind of a flaw. When you're like walking around like this, sometimes the legs will like move down like that. So I'm just going to put it into a position where the legs are facing back, and then you can pull up the legs right here. So that is pretty much a feature. You can basically pull the legs up like this, move the little claw feet, and then it makes it so you can ride it. And stuff doesn't really move that well on this kind of surface, so if I put my hand down, it would move a lot better. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at some of the details. You can see right here, you can see all the nice silver pieces on the front. On the side, you get some nice pieces as well. This is kind of weird looking, this big weird piece sticking out. And then you do have a flick missile on it. Basically, you press that, and it fires out. Not really much of a feature. I mean, we've seen it a lot, so nothing really that special. I really like the big clear piece they used in the middle, which is a very unique piece used. And I really like it in that color. It's cool to get. And then you can take your General Grievous figure, of course, and his feet connect onto this piece, and you can go ahead and like steer it and stuff, and it has that very cool printed pink piece right there. I'll show you that in a minute when I go into the like really cool details and stuff. And then you can see the back right here, some gray pieces on it. Pretty nicely done right here, you can see. And then how this turns pretty easily. I like how the design is very nicely done. So let's take a look at that little pink piece really quickly. Alright guys, so here's the little small pink piece I'm talking about right here. You can see it. Has some pretty nice details on it, like from the movie, and he presses on the little keypad on it. And one thing I don't really like about the wheel bike is some of the blue that sticks out through the clear piece. Other than that, it's pretty cool, so that's basically it for the wheel bike. Let's go on to our rating. Alright guys, that is basically it for this review. Now this is one of my favorite scenes in Star Wars actually. It's from the 3rd episode, a very awesome chase scene, which is very cool, so I'm really liking this set. And then one of the good things about it is that it has a lot of pieces. Right here you can see a lot of pieces for your money. It is kind of small for $25, but compared to the other builds, I guess it's pretty decent size. So I think they did a pretty good job on that. Figure choice is very nicely done. So yeah, the rating for this is going to be a 9.6. I think they did a very good job designing it. You can see it right here. $25 is actually decent price for it. Very nicely done right there. And then the Grievous figure and the Obi-Wan figure are absolutely perfect. They did a very good job making those figures. They look really good. And then the one problem I really have with the wheel bike itself, which brings it down a bit, is that how it doesn't stand up that well, but it still rides around pretty well, and the features are pretty cool. So that's basically it for this set. I hope you enjoyed the review. Make sure to rate, comment, and subscribe.